One of the philosophy statements that I've always loved is the statement, as within, so without. As above, so below. It just has always kind of captured my attention, and I mentioned it in my class this morning. And when I did, we got into this little bit of a talk about what does that mean. And so we did the verbal talk a little bit, and it really dawned on me. Our next discussion was how so many of these things, these beautiful statements, these timeless statements that really can mean something and really can change the quality of our existence because it points us in another direction. These statements we can point to them with words, but they're meant to be experienced. We can only get it through the nonverbal experience. So let me just take the next couple of minutes, and I'd like to guide you through what we did this morning to see if we could get at the heart of what that means. As within, so without. So just find a way to make yourself comfortable and let yourself sit in a comfortable position. Let your eyes close if that's comfortable for you. If it's not, just limit your vision by looking down towards whatever's in front of you. Let your vision relax. And just notice your breathing. And then as you're able, let yourself start to extend the edges of your breath a little bit. Meaning, extend your exhales a little bit more. Let your inhales expand a little more on the top edge. And just begin to feel that rhythm, that uninterrupted, unforced, relaxed rhythm of your own breathing. And it'll keep expanding over the next few minutes. Not working hard at it, but just letting it be soft, full. And at this moment, see if you can bring your attention to the fact that you have cells within your body. Millions upon millions of cells within your body. Just feeling your own physicality, your own tissue, your own muscle, your own bones, your own organs, and that within each one of those cells. And each cell is an entity unto itself. So it can survive on its own. It has its own energy works within. And it's its own entity. So feel how you might be able to notice that sense that you have millions of cells, each one an individual. And know that we could go even deeper into the cell, into the molecules and the atoms that also are their own universes. As we dive down into the atoms, space and energy making up each one of those at its root. Coming back to the level of the cell, notice how each one can function independently, but somehow in these miracles that are our bodies, within each organ, a specific type of cell has come together with a lot of neighbors, interrelated, and this functioning to create this whole organ that also, as a group, has a specific function. So that whole made up of those parts that still probably are experiencing themselves as individuals. And then your organs, feeling that you have many organs within your own body. And how each of those organs have come together to create life within your whole body. Again, each one its own individual entity, but still connected as a whole. Functioning with its neighbors to create what we call life in this human form. Then noticing yourself as a human being in exactly the same way, an individual entity. You can sense that about yourself, and that's how most of us live, because that's what we see. In the same way, see that there are other human beings, but we are also, in the same way our organs are, interrelated with each other. Whether we act on it or focus on it or not, we each affect each other, we each create action together. And then feel yourself as a human being, the group of human beings that you're part of and your local ecosystem on this planet. That ecosystem also connected in that symbiotic way, that interrelated way with other ecosystems around this entire planet, all functioning together as a whole to create our entire climate. And then our entire planet, one part of a whole solar system, other planets, and many other entities in that solar system too. The stars, black holes, all of it. And then our entire solar system, part of the galaxies. And this is the meaning of as within, so without, as above, so below. If any single thing is true, or can be identified or sensed or felt on any level, whether the atomic level, the cellular level, the individual person level, the planetary level, and even bigger than that, if it's true in one place, if a dynamic is true, it's true at all of those other levels as well. And so by examining our own selves, our own dynamics within our own human bodies, how our breath, our minds, and our nervous systems function together with our bodies to create life, our experience of life. If we can study that on a yoga mat or anywhere else, on our meditation cushions, if we can just see how those pieces of ourselves are working together, those dynamics, and how to operate them, we can understand the dynamics of every other living thing as well. So if you haven't already, you can allow your breath to begin to deepen, breathing on purpose, starting to come back up towards the surface, back towards being more active and aware and awake, not more aware because you were aware, and allow yourself to start moving. And so taking in, noticing the difference between intellectual knowledge and learning and experiential learning. Both have their place, but let's spend a little bit more time with that experiential learning. You don't need a lot of words to learn everything that you need to know. Namaste.